start again introducing our colleague Christophe Roche. He will be talking about Michael. Somebody was saying, oh, where is Michael? Actually, Michael is not the best. Michael is the name of something. Michael is the name of Multilingual Inventory of Cultural Heritage in Europe. So this is abbreviation of portal. A portal means, well, what is a portal, by the way? Some people misunderstand the word portal. Portal is not a website, it's just a dynamic website, technically speaking. A portal is much more than this. So a portal is a range. It can be a search engine or a huge information system that is online that we can call it portal. So I think here it refers to something, a huge information system online with search engine functionality. So it's a very interesting project, and this is the result or also a European project, FP7 project, or no, not FP7, it's another program. E10. Okay, it's the E10 program, and Michael is actually an association now, legally speaking, so it's like an NGO or something, not for-profit organization. So Christophe will be presenting Michael, and please try to highlight, because we are going to use and extend Michael in Sierra project. So, I mean, it's time to also a little bit discuss or show where we can extend Michael.
Thank you very much. But you did my talk. Because in fact, I'm here on behalf of Marie-Véronique Leroy. As you can see, I'm not Marie-Véronique Leroy. She's sorry, but she wasn't able to be here because there is in parallel linked heritage FP7 meeting the same day today in Barcelona. So she had to choose, and as she is a work package leader, she was obliged to be present in Barcelona. I'm going to speak very little about Michael because, in fact, I'm going to read some slides. I don't know very well this association, except that it's also partner of the Lit Heritage project. So we work together mainly on thesaurus and multilingual thesaurus. So I can perhaps say a few words about the problem of multilingual thesauri alignment. FP7 project, because Michael is strongly connected to Lit Heritage. It's, as I said this morning, where I was too long, perhaps now too short. It's a very, very big project, 38 partners and 20 countries. The main goal of this European project is, like Sierra, is to connect e-contents. And now, in the continuation of Europeana, perhaps you know Europeana, is to extend the content providers to different institutions, not only museums now. Well, the main goal of Michael is to set up a multilingual thesaurus for cultural heritage. This project has started in 2004 in the framework of a European project, E10 program, with mainly 3 partners: France, Italy, and United Kingdom. France and Italy are two important partners, and they are the 2 cornerstones in this project. Now it includes near 20 countries, and Palestine, I hope, soon. Well, since 2007 is an association under the Belgian law whose tax are to maintain the portal and in charge of the sustainability of this portal. Also to coordinate the different contents and the different metadata about this contents. As I said previously, we have different national institutions, and in France, mainly the French Ministry of Culture, which is strongly involved in this association. And of course, also to maintain the different software and following an open archives initiatives. About the contents, today there are more than 10,000 of digital collections for more than 5,000 institutions, including museums and different content providers. If you want to have a look about the collections according to their subjects, the most important field is about culture, it's good news, but also about art or soft science and so on. If we see more details, the cultural content, we can see that history and visual art are the two main fields in this content of Michael's. About the periods, it's mainly modern age. I'm quite finished. Just have a look about the portal. The website is the following. We can use it for the different European languages, and the best way to understand how it runs is to use it. I'm sorry not to say more about this system. I'm not Marie-Veronique one, sorry. Nevertheless, I can answer some follow-up questions. Just the link between Michael and Sierra, it's about multilingual theory. The main goal, I think, in Sierra is to use the contents and also the thesaurus of Michael.
Questions? Some people were like shy, but actually they prepared questions.
Is there a specification for the anthology based on your portal?
In the case of Michael, in fact, it's a classical thesaurus. But as you have to take into account a multilingual approach, I think we are introducing ontology, especially to associate to each descriptor a more formal meaning in terms of concepts. Yes, the main idea is to. The main problem is quite similar in Sierra and Linked Heritage and Michael's is how we can share some knowledge and how can we access this e-contents using multilingual thesaurus.
Other questions? William?
I would like to ask, like, what do you mean with multilingual ontology?
I don't like this word, in fact, multilingual ontology. Because according to me, ontology is not a concern of linguistics. It's more a problem of conceptualization and knowledge representation. In fact, here is more multilingual thesaurus. As I said this morning, if you separate clearly the linguistic dimensions from the conceptual one, multilingual is about the linguistic dimension. So it's to ask ourselves, well, how can we access using different languages to the same concept or some similar concept. So, multilingual ontology.
Other questions? So, can I ask?
Of course.
No. So, actually, so Michael is a portal that supports about 25 languages, something like
Yes.
this. Now, is this the multilingual thesaurus inside, right?
Yes.
So if we want now to come to add Arabic,
Yes.
it means that we need to extend the thesaurus, the information. Let's say, I mean, when you search, there is also like stemmers and a lot of techniques that we also need to do to support Arabic, right?
Right. In fact, we have to perhaps to set down the different problems, especially to have the same thesaurus with different preferred labels in different languages. We are not sure it works. So the reason why somebody speak about multilingual thesaurus alignment. And in order to align these different thesaurus, perhaps you use common ontology. I'm not sure it works also, but also perhaps alignment of ontologies. So in the case of
so what we should do in order to enable two things, in order to enable the Arabic language and in order to enable the Arabic content. I mean, we have a lot of cultural heritage objects, it's called in Palestine. Now, if we want to link or provide this content into the portal, what we should do and where are the challenges?
I think the first problem is perhaps to digitalize them, but it's not in the framework. I don't think it's in the framework of Sierra. I don't know if there is a task for that.
We need to do
yes, we need to do that, first of all, yes. And after that, try to describe from a more conceptual point of view the different dot fields, and of course, to introduce the linguistic way of speaking of these fields.
Is there is linking, sorry, the last question. Is there is linking, for example, there is a museum in France and there is a library in Poland.
Yes.
And both are participating in Sierra. Is there is a linking between a certain object in this museum with a certain object in that library? I mean, for example, let's say, I mean, what I mean is like, for example, there is an event that happened in Poland. So Poland have some pictures about it. And now there is also something that the Louvre Museum have about the same event, something inside. There is a linking between that event or that object and that picture.
Yes, not a direct link. In fact, in this case, each content provider uses its own thesaurus, and so we align these different thesaurus. It works like that.
Is it open source, by the way?
In the case of linked heritage, yes, it's open source, just good things. About Michael, I think maybe yes, I think it's yes. The main idea is to share. So,
and it's not for association. Okay, thank you very much.